Welcome. Over to you, Patreena.
Yeah, I picked up the mic from you, Gina. Hi, everyone. I'm Patreena. It's good to see all of you tonight. All right. And many of us see my face, already know that I'll be talking about food. But not always. Before we go into food, let's move backward a little bit. Before we start with food, what should we look into when we want to wean our baby? All right. But before that, let me do a very, very brief introduction of myself, just in case anyone in the room have not met me yet, have not heard my name before. Okay, I'm going to go into a very brief introduction of myself, right? Okay, so I'm a founder of 100cc, but more importantly, I am a mother of two girls, all right? The one that you see with a big love on her chest. This is Christabel, my elder daughter. She is turning 8 this year. And the one still in a sitting position, that is Chelsea. She's 3 and 4 months old, all right? Both are daughters, okay? And this is my Facebook page, 100cc. If you want to know why I named my page after my girls, 100cc, you are welcome to PM me, all right? Side PM. Okay, besides that, I'm also one of the T-Ban admin, and I'm also one of the pioneer breastfeeding counselors certified by T-Ban. This is one of the batches that we coach, we train along the way. So we have fun, all right, in T-Ban, and I am truly enjoying what I am doing, all right? Okay, I'm also a fitness and wellness coach that brings me into nutrition, okay, diet, and weight management, right? So let's go into guideline. When we want to wean our baby, we always have this WH question, right? So let us go into guideline first, because what we speak, we have to be on evidence-based, all right? So when to start? All right, let us start. This is the information extracted from WHO, and WHO and UNICEF actually recommend exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months and introduction of nutritionally adequate, all right, and safe complementary solid food. All right, so I have been always emphasizing on safety. Safety is always the priority, all right? Safety in the term of introducing solid to baby when she is ready. And another safety issue is the food that we introduce to our baby, okay? And of course, WHO and UNICEF also recommend breastfeeding up to 2 years of age or beyond, although baby already started on solid. What about Mayo Clinic? What Mayo Clinic has to say about it? It is the same thing, okay? 6 months. When baby reaches 6 months, we have to go into introduction of solid food. But Mayo Clinic also recommends, in addition to age, look for weaning signs. All right. So when baby reaches the age, all right, and has all the weaning signs, then speak to the ped. Is it safe, or is it the right time to start baby on solid? All right. So why is it so important when we talk about looking into weaning signs? All right. Just because we can't be seeing what's happening inside the baby, right? We can't just cut the baby all up and then see whether the digestive system is ready to accept food, right? So we have to observe, all right? Do baby have all these signs to indicate, all right? These weaning signs are actually indications, all right? The first indications that may represent or may show that baby is ready for solid food. Not absolute, but it's always the indication to show whether baby is ready for solid. All right. And starting solid is about collaboration, all right? Collaboration, connective between programs in the body, all right? The brain have to coordinate with the mobility, the fingers, the sensory, the eye, okay? Nose, the hearing, and the mouth. Everything is connected, and it's all about collaboration. That's why looking into weaning sign and baby fulfilling everything to start solid food. Okay. So the first weaning sign that we are looking into, right? Baby must be steady head upright. So what you're seeing on the screen now is Chelsea. She was 9.5 months old. Steady head upright, meaning the head must be straight, all right? Not here, not moving around, all right? And then sits up without support, all right? And the best test that you can do on your baby is let baby sit down on a floor. All right, you can protect the floor with a play mat, all right, and put baby seated on the play mat. If baby is able to be seated up without support for 30 seconds, all right, 30 seconds to a minute time, that pass. All right, for sure, baby will have movement to left, movement to right, and movement to the front, but baby must be able to sit up, okay, at least 30 seconds with the head supported steadily. Okay, these are the basic two weaning signs that we are looking into. Okay, on top of that, disappearance tongue thrust reflex, all right? Sorry that it overtake, right? Because the baby is too cute, right? So if you notice your baby around 2 months old, 3 months old, baby has this appearance of tongue sticking out the tongue, all right? It is very cute, and actually it is one of the reflex that baby is showing. By baby reaches the month of 4th and onwards, right? This sign, the tongue thrust reflex, will seem to be disappear, or baby will not be so frequently doing that. All right. This also indicate that when baby not doing that anymore, it is a sign that baby is able to accept food other than solid. All right. Able to take in food, push it to the back of the mouth, and able the baby to chew and swallow the food. Okay, so this sign is extremely important. All right, and you have to observe babies through for this sign, because sometimes babies just like to stick up tongue. All right, this is a reflex, and you have to really observe throughout a period of time, right? Okay, the fourth one is developing pincer grabs. Pincer grabs is this, all right, the baby shark sign. Okay, this is Christabel when she was around 1 year old, right? So the way that she holds a happy palm is a sign of pincer grab. Okay, this is a very important sign to indicates that baby connective program and collaboration is picking up. The skills are picking up. Connected from the brain to mobility, the fingertips, all right? The eye looking at the food, okay? The strength from the fingers to pick the food up, all right? Eventually put it into the mouth. Okay, and all this, right, it needs time and experiment. Baby has to experiment, all right, has to do experiment, trial and error for so many times. That's where you see all these things going on through during growth spurts, right, the early months of growth spurt. Baby is actually developing all these signs in the first 6 months. Okay, so with baby having these pincer grabs, it means that, or indicates that baby is starting to have connective, all right, collaboration between the brain and the mobility, all right, and the eye and all the sensory. Okay, all right, and then the fifth one, interested in food. Okay, and baby actually developed this sign, right? Maybe in 3 months old, maybe when she is just 3 months old, she will be very, very interested in our food. All right, and yeah, she will be just looking at how we eat, all right, how we pick up the food with our utensil, how we put them into our mouth, and how we chew. All right, all this actually baby is observing. Right? And I will strongly encourage you to bring baby together with you at the dining table, all right? And let baby observe how everyone's in the dining table eats. Okay, that will extremely helpful for baby. Okay, all right. So these are about all the weaning signs. So we move on into a little bit of question and answer.
All right, thank you
And back to
very
you,
much.
Gina. Yeah.
Patreena, I have a question for you.
Yes.
A lot of people actually have asked this, and there's this mother who's very shy send me a message. I need to ask you to say that when they start solid food at 6 months old, what happens to breastfeeding? Does it mean that every time they eat solid food, they don't breastfeed anymore?
Interesting question. All right. Introduction of solid food. The word introduction is to introduce food to baby. All right. It doesn't substitute or doesn't overtake a feeding. Okay. In early days, for example, I put a benchmark, baby starting at 6 months old, all right? In the golden period from 6 months to 12 months old, this is a golden period to rule out allergy, food allergy, all right? So test as many food as you can in small quantity, all right? And the amount that you feed should not substitute feeding, milk feeding, because during this time, baby main nutrition, main food is still milk. All right. Yeah, I hope it answers to the mother who is very shy.
I hope she will ask a question herself. Maybe she actually has a lot more questions to ask, right? And yeah, Jingni here. How much solid food should an 11-month-old eat each meal?
Okay. All right. It depends. Hi, Jeannie. Hi, Jeannie. Okay. First of all, I need to know, all right, I need information on how baby is handling his or her solid food. Okay. If baby has any particular food allergy, all right, if baby is handling food well, okay, and how many servings are you currently offering? Okay, how much solid food each meal, right? I need to know how many meals are you offering to the baby in a day. Okay, can you give me information on that, and I shall reply to you.
Next one.
This is from Daphne. When is the good time to introduce citrus food? Citrus food is always good to introduce after 12 months. Why is it so? All right, it's because of the acidity level, acidity component in citrus fruit. All right, for babies, right, who has very sensitive stomach or very sensitive digestive system may suffer diarrhea from taking citrus fruit. Okay, so to be safe, all right, 12 months old and onwards. Okay, from Vanessa. Hi, Patreena. I'm so excited that you are discussing this topic today. I am equally excited. My baby is currently 5 months old and I'm itching to let her have a taste of solid food. I have many questions, but I guess I will go along as you share. Based on what you shared earlier, my question is, why is it important for baby to be able to sit up right before introducing solid? All right. So I let you imagine baby is now on full formula or full milk, right? Full breastfeeding, okay? Liquid is a very, very easily flow food, I would say. Okay, I term it as food for babies. All right. Imagine baby can lie down and drink. Okay, and adult also can lie down and drink. All right. Adult also can lie down and eat, but not necessarily baby. Okay, because baby has not been exposed to food at any time before 6 months old. All right. For baby to be able to sit up, it means that the food that is not liquid will be able to slowly transit into the trachea and all the way down. All right. If baby is lying down, baby is still not able to sit upright, unsupported. Imagine the food got stuck here. Okay. Right? Can you imagine that when baby put in the food and she's like that? She's like that. All right. The food will stuck somewhere here, and it risks choking to baby. Okay, I hope I answered to you, Vanessa.
Yeah, it's a really huge choking risk, isn't it? But compared to when you're lying down, bottle feeding a baby, actually that is also not recommended to lie down, to allow your baby to bottle feed lying down flat. And I know that's what a lot of people do, right? They prop a bottle up and then they allow the baby to drink from the bottle. But it's different when you're breastfeeding, because when you're breastfeeding, the way the baby is positioned, facing the mother's breast and being cuddled or being carried in such a way, that is not called a flat position, but actually bottle feeding in the flat position is also really highly not recommended. So imagine if when your baby is starting solid food, what more because of that, right? Yeah.
Okay,
Next
I
one for you.
second. Yeah, sorry. I second that, and I want to add on to Gina's answer. I really, really second that. Doesn't matter baby is on breastfeeding, via bottle, all right, or formula milk. It is strongly encouraged to feed or do bottle feeding at a pace feeding, where baby is slightly seated up, all right, and feed, right, instead of putting baby at a lying down and feed, right. Okay, though the next one is roping. Can baby eat 2 meals of solid food? Roping, I need to understand how old is your baby. Has baby exposed to food before this? All right, and it also depends on what kind of food you want to
Actually,
offer.
Patreena, roping mean is when can they start eating 2 meals of solid food? Not when.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
when
sorry,
can
sorry.
your baby start?
Okay. The best or the safest answer to this is after 3 months from the starting. All right, I put a benchmark that baby is starting her first solid at 6 months old. So you can try to offer baby 2 meals in a day after 3 months from 6 months old. All right, and it also depends on whether baby is able to take food or not, is able to handle food well or not. Mm.
That's very helpful.
Okay, for Jacelyn, my boy started to be fussy with food at 10 months old. Could this be caused by combining too much flavor to his porridge? Not necessary, Jacelyn. 10th month old perhaps is very, very common for baby to have milk strike, food strike, because of the growing, okay, because of the growing. Mm, Combining too much flavor, how many ingredients do you combine in his porridge? My suggestion is always start with simple. Always do the simple ones, right? If baby has no issue taking food, all right. If you want to do porridge, right, you I would suggest you to take one meat, okay, one protein, all right, and one vegetable, and serve with fruits. Okay, then you will have a balanced combo of protein, carbs from the porridge, and fruits and vegetable. All right. Yeah, that would be my answer to you, Jaslyn. And Suzanne, baby who is 8 months old is more interested in solid food versus milk. I try giving less solid. She'd rather go hungry without solid than drinking milk. If baby is able to handle solid, right, you can start to offer, you can try to start offer 2 meals in a day. Just now I mentioned, right, 3 months after baby starts solid, you can try to offer 2 meals in a day, right? But since baby is so interested and she can handle, all right, she can handle more solid, you can try, okay? But not every day, just try like on alternate day and serve her more fruits and vegetables. The portion should focus more on fruits and vegetables. Yeah. Jimmy, yeah, welcome back. My daughter has some mild food allergy, which usually goes away quite quickly. Um, since baby has this history, right? I would term it as history. Um, you have to do a baby food journal tracking. All right, you have to record down. I would suggest you to record down baby reaction and to which food baby is allergic to. All right, and then if you have tested a lot of food. You have tested quite a number of selections already, and baby is taking the amount well, all right, then yeah, you may try, but on alternate day. Okay, just do it slow and steady. Okay, but provided you have enough food choices to do more meal in a day. Okay. Daphne, 6 months old can, sorry, my daughter is in the room. 6 months old can start taking raw honey? No. Okay, a big cross. Big cross, big cross. No, no, no. Honey in whatsoever context should be tested to baby above 1 year old. Okay, this no tolerance. Okay, this is absolutely a no. Okay, next.
What about mothers taking honey then? Mothers who breastfeed, who takes honey and then feed it from the breast milk, giving it to their babies.
Okay, the concept is like you are eating a burger, but you are not feeding burger to your baby. Okay, and yeah, that's the easiest context I can think of now. And some of you may also study into substance that may be passed to baby via breast milk. And actually, substance from the food that we eat, right? It has the food that we eat has to go through the whole complicated digestive system of the mothers first. All right, by the time the food is digested and breaking into enzyme, right? It always go to the mother first. Okay, mother has to absorb the nutrient, then produce the milk. All right, so it's not eating burger, serving burger. All right. Okay, next one is Irene. Should I start with cereal or porridge first? It depends on your preference. If this only your selection, these are only options available, cereal or porridge, I would suggest you to start with porridge. All right, because porridge, the most you can go is just grain, all right, or white rice, all right, porridge from white rice. Although I don't encourage white rice because of the refining process, all those things, it's still a better choice compared to cereal, because cereal you have to go through manufacturing, you have to go through additives, you have to go through preservative. All right, so if these are only your choices, go for porridge. Okay.
So if I have a lot more choices there,
If you have a lot more choices, and I strongly encourage you to go for fruits and vegetables.
first,
All right? Yes, fruits and vegetables. Okay, next one from Anna. Can I call you Anna? Hello, what kind of food I can give to my 6 months old baby? Thank you. Okay, assuming that your 6 months old already observed all the weaning signs and very, very ready for food, always go for fruits and vegetables, right? Fruits, you can go for pear, prunes, apple, okay, and banana. Banana, you can try offer a little bit in the morning. Okay, in the morning, because it's very filling, all right? Prepare baby for a longer time for digestion. Okay, when you serve baby banana, try to breastfeed baby, or try to offer a little bit more of water, a few more spoonful of water, right? For vegetables, you can go for broccoli, you can go for carrot, all right? Yeah, you can go for zucchini as well. These are the early ones that you can try, all right? And if you want to fruits, you can also try avocado. It's a very good choice as first solid food. Okay, Suzanne, when is best to introduce eggs? Egg yolk first? Okay, this one I have two answers, but I will let you know which one I would choose. Okay, there are findings or there are researchers showing that it is best to serve eggs in the second window. Second window meaning assuming that baby is starting solid at 6 months. Okay, you can start introducing egg to baby after 3 months, right? And it always have to be hard-boiled egg, fully cooked, okay? And yes, true enough, serving egg yolk first will be a safer choice because the high allergen properties in an egg is in the egg white. Okay, the yolk is always the protected properties in an egg, so it is a safer part to be served to baby. And there are also researchers show that baby can have egg as soon as baby starts solid. Okay, and the support to this research is to prepare baby to have high allergen food so that baby can get used to the food that has high allergen. Okay, and my choice is always the safe comfort. My priority is always the safety. Okay, to be more precise, you need not to feed poison to baby to know whether baby is responsive to poison or not. Okay, all right. This is another an easier concept to understand. Okay, always go for a safety, a more safer approach. Okay, when introducing new food to baby. Okay. Okay, next one.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, don't feed poison to your baby to see whether she's responsive to poison or not. Yeah. Okay. Okay, next one for you. I think it's the
Michelle.
same question about the introducing food at 6 months old. So you have already answered that, Patreena.
Yes.
So we move on to the next question, okay?
Yeah. Alison Law. If baby already 6 months, unable to sit up straight without support, does it mean baby is not ready for weaning? Yes, you are absolutely right, Alison. Okay, wait a little bit more. Okay, I started my younger child on solid when she was 9.5 months old. Okay, because she is very petite. She didn't fulfill all the weaning sign until she was 9.5 months old. Yeah. So please wait for a little while, Alison. Rachel Cole, would you suggest we get a baby food processor or just a blender and steamer will do? Good question. I always recommend family with small baby, you buy household product, kitchen domestic product. Okay, if you there might be baby shock attending to this session. Okay, I would suggest you to buy something that can be used for the whole family. Okay, that's all what I have to say. Okay. Okay, Joey, how many meals you offer to baby at different months? My baby is 8 months old and 1 meal a day. Should I increase to 2 meals a day? I think I answered to that. If your baby is taking food very, very well, can handle food very well, you can start introducing 2 meals in a day on alternate day. Okay, and when you should be doing it every day. All right, so when baby is taking the alternate day with 2 servings also very, very well, then you go into 2 meals a day every day. Right. Joanna, hi, my baby is going to 7 months and I have not started solid food. Can you please advise me how am I supposed to start and the routine? She is full breastfeeding now. Joanna, has your baby developed all the weaning signs? I assume that she hasn't, so that's why you haven't started her right. Okay, the first thing is you have to observe all the weaning signs. All right, the age is there already, so the first thing is observe the weaning signs. The second thing is how the routine. All right, always observe 4 days rule. All right, 4 days rule meaning you serve 1 meal a day, same food for 4 days. Okay, if baby no allergy signs by day 4, all right, this food is passed. Okay, then you try a new food again. Again, a single ingredient, 1 meal a day, 4 days rule. Okay, for the amount, right? The first day you may serve 1 tablespoon. Okay, and then the next day, if baby is taking very well on the day 1, second day you can start with 2 tablespoons. All right, if baby has no problem taking 2 tablespoons, then 3 tablespoons. All right, and always stop at 3 to 4 tablespoons max. Okay, when you are trying food to baby. All right, Ming Kyo. Doctor says to avoid egg until 1 year old. Do I follow? I agree to this. I agree to this. Okay. The next one, Paulson. Should a breastfed baby drink some water after feeding solid food? For the first 6 months, the golden period, not necessary. Right? After baby taking solid food, you can breastfeed. All right, you can breastfeed the baby. If after 12 months old and old, when baby is taking more solid food in a day, and baby is skipping a breastfeeding session, okay, skipping a nursing, right? Then I will recommend you to just offer a few sipful or spoonful of water. All right, because introduction of water in the early days is actually just to cultivate the habit of drinking water as the baby grows up. Okay. Lai Yolk Fong. Okay, hi Patreena. Hi. My baby is not seated or supported yet. She does show a little interest when seeing us eat. Is it okay to start her on solid? She just reached 6 months old. No, no, the answer is no from me. 6 months old is a benchmark and she has to go for all weaning signs. Okay, next one.
Okay, for those of you who keep asking this question, maybe you came in a little bit late. Patreena has actually shared already the 4 weaning signs. Do look at this, watch this live FB live again after we have ended. Okay, so that you can actually understand what she has shared. What are the 4 weaning signs? Yeah.
Hey, Prue, hi. My little one is entering 8 months. I gave him solid food 2 times daily, 3 hours gap in between, offer breast milk. He loves durian. I noticed that some food he doesn't prefer, for example, pumpkin. Can I let him try again later on? Yeah, sure, no problem. All right. If pumpkin, if pumpkin has passed the 4-day rules, but just that he doesn't like cake, all right, you can try offer pumpkin again later, all right, because this food is safe to offer. I will also encourage mother to or encourage parents to be creative in recipe. Maybe you can do pumpkin pancake, all right, maybe you can do pumpkin soup, pumpkin smoothie, all right. If not, then bake pumpkin instead of just steaming it all the way, right? Okay, next.
Okay.
Charlene, how to get baby to slowly take less blended food? My little one only likes smooth porridge. When can baby take noodles? At any time, my dear. Because if you compare to a baby-led weaning, baby who does baby-led weaning, right? These babies are taking solid food when they start solid, they are already taking solid food. So you can encourage your baby to hold on to small pieces, but not tiny pieces, small pieces of food as you are feeding the baby porridge. All right, you can encourage by offering small pieces of food. All right, encourage the baby to feed, all right, to feed himself or herself. All right, start small, start little step. Yeah, and
Fatima, when you say,
celebrate.
can you clarify when you say small pieces of food? How small is small? Can you clarify
Okay.
that?
All right, let me see. I'm looking for some props.
Maybe
Okay.
I can lend you my prop. I got a bottle of. Oh yeah, okay.
So this is a pen drive. Imagine your baby's hand like mine. Okay. If you offer this, baby grab and it disappear. All right, hidden in the palm. So this actually discouraged baby to try because baby couldn't munch on. All right, couldn't munch on. And then, for example, you are giving baby a small pea, just like that, a small pea, and then this will also risk choking, okay, risk choking. So what is the right size for baby? Okay, imagine this. When baby grab the food, it has some on top of the hand. Baby can chew on. Okay, baby can chew on. This is the right size. If I were to choose one ingredient to let you know the length, the appropriate length, it will be baby corn. Baby corn, okay, is the appropriate length for your food.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, Irene. Hi, Patreena. Are you the one who responded to my question in my Facebook post when I encounter mastitis and milk blister? And when I am in the verge of giving up my breastfeeding? I think most probably, I'm not sure because, yeah. I think most probably lah. I
Yeah,
think
okay, so Irene is telling you, Patreena, that you are the one who responded to her
Oh,
question.
really? I thought she was asking
Yeah,
me.
and so she's
Okay, no
thanking you.
problem.
Thank you, Irene. Okay, her baby
Alright.
is now 8
You're
months
welcome.
old.
You're welcome. I hope that you are still breastfeeding your baby. Baby is 8 months old. She ate 5 times a day of porridge, maybe about 5 teaspoons per time with fish. Is it too early to give her fish? And aside from that, she ate a teaspoon of grapes and love kangkong a lot. Is it okay? The doctor is asking my baby to reduce her weight. For your information, she still loves my breast milk. All right. Looking at it, baby started solid when she was 6 months old. Okay, because by 8 months old, she can eat like 5 times a day. Okay, so how is she taking food? How is she managing her food? Right? This I need to know if she taking it well, right? Maybe 5 teaspoons per time with fish. Is it early to give her fish? The routine the routine that I always emphasize would be fruits and vegetables for the first 3 months, right? And then the second 3 months window will be complex carb, right? And by end of the third month would be protein. If baby is taking it okay, no allergy sign, yeah, but maybe you can just reduce the amount of fish, okay? But you can still serve her fish. Grapes, no problem. Love kangkong. Kangkong, you know the texture of kangkong somehow is quite hard to munch and chew, all right? And the leaves are long, okay? I just make sure that she can, maybe you just cut the kangkong by half, all right? But not too small, all right? Because she has to develop the ability to chew, all right? And I hope that she doesn't get a lot with kangkong. Okay, if she doesn't have any issues swallowing, chewing food, then okay. Doctor asking baby to reduce her weight. Need to know what is your baby growing pattern, right? If baby has been like growing 1,000 grams in every month, yeah, this is her growing pattern, right? We have to have a little bit more information on that. She still loves my breast milk. Yeah, 8 months old, still on. Yeah, the main food is still on milk, right? I hope I answer you, Irene. Robin, yeah, welcome back. Can we start solid food before 6 months old? Baby is showing sign of interest. Only that? Only showing sign of interest to solid food? Not other weaning sign? Yeah, then maybe you have to observe baby a little bit more, okay? Watch back the live recorded for the 5 weaning signs. Okay, next one. Jenny, I'm serving her breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She prefers breast milk to solid and would not finish her food and want breast milk. She seems interested in new food but doesn't finish it. Could teething or constipation be reason that she's not eating? All right, if your baby is constipated, I need to know because she is on breast milk, right? Constipated to your context is what? Not passing motion in a few days, or she has been passing hard stool. Yeah, I need to understand your definition first. feeding, not eating, not necessary. Some babies, they like to eat when they are teething. It also depends on what food you serve. All right. Some family, they can accept smoothie. They can accept chilled fruits, right? Actually, baby will tend to have interest on cold food. Right.
So
My
this is actually Charlene's question. She asked earlier.
mm. Oh, 10
So
months old.
she's answering your question. Her baby is now 10 months old.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Noodle, I would suggest you, if you have this length of noodle, just cut into half and not cutting it into half of this like that. Okay, just keep it at a strand. All right, to let baby to be able to hold up and slope. Chari, max one meal can mix up to how many ingredients for mashed porridge? My recommendation is 1 portion of protein, 1 portion of carb, and 1 portion of veggie, topped with a portion of fruits. Okay, and the amount of how big is the portion is depending on how much, how old is your baby, how baby is taking food, right? And always encourage fruits and vegetables. Okay, who? My 8-month-old eat 3 meals via baby led weaning. Is it too much? If baby is if she is able to handle that, yeah, you can continue with that. But it also depends on the portion. My P suggested to reduce milk intake so that she can eat solid better. In my opinion, not necessary because baby is only 8 months old, right? The main nutrient should be coming from milk. How true is that? I breastfeed her 6 to 7 times a day. Continue to breastfeed. Her main nutrition is still breast milk, right? But if she is taking 3 meals a day, she is doing very, very great, right? Okay, next one. Rina, when can baby start to take adult food? What I mean is don't need to prepare meals separately for baby. If your baby is on baby-led weaning, I believe that baby is eating together with adults. Just that the baby's portion has to be very, very minimal in seasoning and sauce, all that, right? Don't need to prepare meals separately for baby, maybe 2 years old and above. When you think baby is ready to have KFC, McDonald's, then that is time. Siwoon, if baby shouldn't be bottle fed lying flat, how about breastfeeding lying down? This one, we have answered this question.
Actually, all right, if you were to, I would like to answer it again so that, you see, when a baby is lying down flat, okay, flat like that, bottle flat, all right, compared to breastfeeding, okay, okay, breastfeeding this way, this is not flat. Baby is not flat, and if you were to carry this way, and most of us actually breastfeed this way, so baby is not flat. And even if it's this way, it's not really flat, still facing me. Now, if the baby is breastfeeding lying down, it's also not flat like that. All right, it is turned towards the mother. When the mother is in a lying down position, turn towards the mother, so it's not flat. Can you see the difference? So I hope that answers your question. Yeah.
Samantha, should feed solid food first, then milk, or another way? It depends on how old your baby is. If your baby is below 12 months old, always go for nursing first, all right? Because solid food at this point of time is not to substitute a nursing or not to substitute a feeding. If baby is older than 12 months old and baby is all good doing solid, then yeah, you can go for 1 meal to substitute 1 nursing. Yitin, can we use brown rice for porridge? Yes. If you are not looking into calorie, right, for baby, we don't count calorie, okay? Brown rice has higher fiber, okay? Alternatively, you can also go for multigrain for baby. But just watch out for brown rice and multigrain. For some babies, right, they might have harder stool. Okay, you just take note of that. Mm. Siu Ling, when can introduce yogurt and cheese, and which brand would you recommend? Concerned about the sugar and salt level. Yogurt is entirely a different kind of dairy product. You can introduce yogurt when baby is entering the second window, after 3 months or after 3 months baby started solid. Cheese, it is part of dairy, and cheese selection in the market, I would recommend to start it after 1 year old. Which brand? You can have your own research on the brand. I have no recommendation. Thank you. Suzanne, if traditional weaning, everyday eat porridge only, enough nutrition? Of course no. Traditional weaning doesn't mean porridge only. You can serve noodle, you can serve fruits and vegetables puree. Okay, you can have a lot of food selection even if baby is on traditional weaning. Well, it is best to start with, if you are able to prepare food daily at fresh fruit on a daily basis, you can just do puree on apple puree, pear puree, pumpkin puree. All right, there are so many selections. Be creative. Be creative in your food selection. Okay, next. Hi, Rina. My LO is 7 months and 2 weeks now. She tends to constipate if the food served is more solid comparing to watery meal. What is it more to carbohydrate or more to protein? Or if she is taking fruits and vegetables and she is still constipated, then you have to look into maybe baby is not ready to accept that particular food. Okay, that's why baby tracking is so important. All right, baby food tracking is so important. Whenever you introduce new food, right, you have to really observe how baby responds to it. Okay, constipation is one of the sign that baby may not be really ready for food or may not be able to accept that particular food. Okay. Joey, can I introduce nuts such as walnut, almond to baby? Yes, when baby is older, all right, older as in older than 1 year old. If baby is able to handle food very well, all right. If not, delay it to 18 months and above. Jacelyn, by the way, BLW and traditional weaning, which one is better option to start? If I start with traditional, how to go back to BLW? I'm also in a stage of baby is on food strike, except his favorite dragon fruits. Actually, baby-led weaning or traditional weaning is absolutely up to parents' choice. It is a decision to make. No right, no wrong. If you ask me for a better option, I would always go for BLW. Why is it so? BLW enable baby to, it empowers baby to fully take charge of the thing that she is doing to feed herself. All right, from lifting up her hand down, picking up the food and the eye, all right, then picking up the food to smell, all right, the nose and the mouth, putting in, all right. These are all coordination. Okay, these are all programs that she has to develop. You cannot be telling her how to pick up the food. You cannot be telling her the broccoli smells greenish. You cannot be telling her how broccoli tastes. All right, she has to do this all by herself, right? And as she eats, if you have the luxury time to accompany her during her meal time, maybe you can talk to her. All right, you will have a lot of conversation to start with her. Okay, but traditional weaning, all that baby has to do is just to wait, right? Just to wait for you to spoon feed. Okay, and for you to describe the taste, the texture is very challenging. Okay, because the traditional weaning at most of the time, or those not every time. The food is all mushy, blended, soft. The original texture is deformed, I would say. So it's very, very hard for us to give them the first impression. How does a stalk of broccoli look like? Where broccoli is already mashed into puree, right? So Hui San, my baby is 8 months old. Can I introduce bread as breakfast? If not, what is the best to serve at breakfast for baby? Fruits and vegetables. Can take fruits for breakfast. Okay. Bread. If baby can handle it, yeah, why not? All right. You can also go for pancake if you want. All right. I always do banana pancake for my girls. Okay, next. Vanessa, hi. How should I introduce solid to my baby? Do I substitute one of a feeding of milk with solid, or do I feed her solid an hour after feeding her milk? Sorry, I assuming your baby is 6 months old, I'm just ready for food. For this period of time, right, the golden 6 months, the initial golden 6 months, is not to substitute her nursing or her feeding of milk, right? The main nutrients should come from milk. It's not a substitution, all right? But it is an introduction to baby to rule out the food allergy. Do I feed her solid an hour after feeding her milk? Yeah, look for the cue. Hmm? Definitely, if baby was born a preemie at week 34, it's okay to start solid at 6 months old. First thing first, observe the weaning sign. Okay, if parents are not pressured, I would suggest parents to go for full 6 months plus weaning signs. Rina, LO is 7 to 8 months. One meal should be taking how long if it is on traditional weaning? You mean how long is considered okay for baby to take a meal? It depends whether how baby handles the food. Yeah, it varies. I have a baby who can finish her food in 10 minutes. I have a baby who can finish the food in 2 hours. It varies. Michelle, can I serve raw fruits or need to steam? Avocado, no need cook. Okay, no need steam. But if you want to do grill or bake, then yes, go ahead. Banana, you can also go for grill or bake. Steam, how would you accept steamed banana? I think if I don't like it, maybe I won't serve to my baby also. I was advised to steam it, no. Shireen, for a premature baby to start solid as suggested 6 months with all the weaning signs achieved, the months count will be counted as full-term baby too. Count from preemie month. For example, baby is 34 weeks, right? Then you have to count if baby is 6 months old. Okay, then you have to add in maybe another 3 weeks. All right, to see how baby responds to how baby responds to food, right? So if baby really cannot take food, for example, baby experience from constipation, although you have added in the 3 weeks, then stop food, then go for another 2 weeks, right? Then start all over again. Suzanne, milk is baby's main nutrition until age 1. Does it mean that before age 1, if some days I'm too busy, I don't want to read out the one in bracket, to prep food for baby whole day, just drink milk, is it okay? It's okay, but I guess baby must be waiting for her food. If you are too busy, I rather suggest you a way to overcome it than to just keep cooking. You can always do prep meal. You can always, always do puree, freeze it, and serve to baby.
Actually, I would like to comment on this also, right? Suzanne, babies are creatures of habit. Once they start on something, it's good to continue. So if that some days you totally rely on breast milk and some days you give solid food and then you're not consistent about it, you may actually find out that your baby may not be taking solid very well, and that's not what you want. You want your baby to wean off, and you want your baby to move on to accepting solid food for healthily, right? Healthily. So eating healthy is also habitual. Eating healthy is also from the start, right start lah. That's what all this is all about. So do work your way around being busy. All of us are busy and lazy.
I try to
Yeah.
skip that. Oh, hi Satya. Hi. Should I be worried that my 8-month-old rejects solid? It's quite normal. My little one has shown all weaning signs, but I guess her spitting the food out is her haven't lost the tongue thrust reflex. You observe and you acknowledge that your baby has shown all the weaning sign, so she shouldn't still carrying the tongue thrust reflex. Okay, and baby spitting out the food is actually quite normal. The food is either to out or to in. Okay. Yeah, so it's quite normal. Moreover, baby is just 8 months old. You need a lot of practice to eat well, actually. Okay. Lawrence, hi Patreena, hi. My wife has noticed that her breast milk supply has decreased significantly since our baby started solids. She still does direct latch our baby as often as baby wants. Does this usually happen when baby starts solid? Not necessarily to everyone, but if baby is taking solid food very, very well, yes, baby does latch, but maybe the amount of milk that baby needs from the nurse session after her solid is low. Yeah, and when breastfeeding is about demand and supply. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Rina, if baby then to throw away the food, let's say snacks, when she is eating halfway, does it mean she doesn't want throw food to the floor? As if I feed again, she will continue to eat and show again. How to stop this habit? Thanks in advance. If baby is throwing the food to the floor, this is absolutely normal. Yeah, I usually incorporate play as part of creating eating habit, especially during baby-led weaning. Play is a very, very important element uh, uh, in eating, all right? Without they finding something interesting to do when they're eating, it's very hard to get them to stay there to finish the food. Okay, if I feed again, she will continue. Then yeah, let the baby continue and show again. Yeah, and this can happen again and again and again and again. Yes, how to stop this habit? Enjoy the process. Next, may I know when can baby start taking meat? Fish, chicken, pork. Yeah. By the end of the second, by the end of the sixth, sorry, by the end of the, okay, assuming baby is starting solid at 6 months old, okay, you can start introduce baby to solid to protein by month 10, like that. Joanna, sorry to ask, no need sorry. If my baby can sit with support or sit on baby chair quite steady with her head up, is it advisable to start with solid food? I will recommend you to do the test on the floor. If you do the test in a high chair, right? The intention is always to make baby sit, right? And baby sitting with support is not something that we want to look into, right? Next, Suzanne, as you mentioned, I mostly do fruits and vegetables. That's very good. But how to ensure baby has enough iron if without red meat? I don't like cooking meat. Actually, baby doesn't need so much iron. If baby takes higher amount of iron, right, baby will tend to constipate. Baby is very young. So the fruits and vegetables, right? Baby is already getting the right amount of iron that she needs. If you are worried too, you're a little bit worried on iron intake, right? Then you serve more deep green leaves to baby. Jing Tian, hi Patreena, my baby is 10 months old. What happened if he takes orange and cucumber and it's stuck in his mouth and he refuses to swallow? How can I do other than taking it out from his mouth? Mm, will it be a food preference? Does he always like orange? Does he always like cucumber? Yeah, I suppose this could be a food preference, right? How about other food? Is he taking well? If yes, then maybe you can just serve uh, a smaller amount of orange and cucumber, but you still serve, but just smaller amount, and substitute the nutrients that you understand that he may be taking from orange and cucumber from other food choices.
Patreena, I'm wondering whether this mother meant that the food is stuck in the mouth or refuse to swallow. Is it because the food piece is too big? I know Jing Tian, you have to be a bit more clearer to clarify whether you're talking about the food being too big, he refuses to swallow, and you have to dig it out his mouth, or he doesn't like the food. Yeah, so maybe you have to clarify that for us. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, Anna. Hello, Patreena. My baby is 5 months old. Can I give puree from fruits like avocado and mashed potato? But he has all weaning sign except sit on his own. Sit on his own unsupported is indeed the first sign that a baby should develop before starting solid. I will advise you to wait for a little bit more for baby to sit unsupported before you start solid. Paying. Hello. Would like to ask, 6 months old baby, is the rice need to be blended before cooking into porridge? Not necessary, right? Not necessary. Next. Jenny, she passes motion only once 3-4 days. Is this a concern? How do I increase my baby's interest to finish her food? 3 to 4 days. What is the texture, color? Okay. It's also depending on the amount of food. All right. Is it a concern? I need to understand the texture and the color first. Then how do I interest? How do I in? How do I increase my baby's interest to finish her food? It also depends on the amount that you serve. Okay. Each parent, we have different definition of portion. Okay, next. Beijing, if baby is 6 months old, shown all 5 signs, can we feed her using both traditional puree and BLW? Sure, yes, yes. Yvonne Tan, is pearl rice okay for baby porridge? Not harmful, all right, not harmful, but if you are talking about nutrition wise, right, pearl rice is polished grain, okay, where all the fiber may be removed during the redefining process. Okay, so basically, baby is just eating very nice color porridge with lower nutrient. Sherlyn Chai, my Elo had brown rice and got really constipated. Yes, once we stop, the heart still goes away. Yes, it's true. Some people, some baby, they cannot accept complex carb, and many of us actually been talking about fiber versus digestion, right? Actually, fiber alone, it does not ease constipation. Fiber has to be supported by soluble fiber and water. Okay, fiber alone is then to cause constipation. If your baby really constipated from there, then I will suggest you to delay brown rice for another 3 months. Okay. La Yolk Fong. Thanks, Patreena, for answering my question. You're welcome. You mentioned starting solid with vegetables and fruits. Yes. How about infant cereal? Yeah, I talked about cereal just now. Yeah, you may also watch back the live, the recorded live. For a short answer, it is not harmful, but cereals is a processed food. Okay, you have to when it is processed and food, right? We have to look into manufacturing. We have to look into ingredients. We have to look into additive, preservative, and most importantly, sugar. How can I do BLW correctly? First thing is baby have to have all the weaning signs. All right. Start with fruits and vegetables. Do the size right and enjoy. Okay. And yeah, the most important thing is you eat with the baby, observe the baby. Okay, BLW needs observation at all time. Jade, hi, I've just started with bone growth for my baby, which will be turning 6 months in 2 days' time. Meaning she has starting solid already? How would you store the broth within a week? My friend said to store in the fridge only for 5 days and the balance into the freezer. Okay, bone broth, you can boil it, all right, and then leave it to room temperature, leave it cool down, and you can choose to immediately freeze it. Okay, no issue. If you find that you have challenges remembering which batch in the fridge need to transfer to fridge and all that, right? I'll suggest you to just put everything in the freezer. Mel, hi. I use slow cooker to cook meat for broth at 9 p.m. By morning 6 a.m. only then I add rice and veggie. Is this correct way? Can. And what time do you serve this food to baby? 6 a.m. Yeah. Can. Randy, my baby is 10 months old on BLW. Is there any food to avoid for dinner? Avoid tummy discomfort, colic, for example, sweet potato. It really depends on baby. You have to really introduce to baby and see the reaction. But for common food that may cause tummy discomfort or gassy tummy is mainly cauliflower, right? Sweet potato, I don't think so, but many babies taking sweet potato in the evening will cause constipation because the digestion, it needs a little bit more time, all right? So the bigger concept is if you want to introduce higher glucose food, right, or higher fructose food, you introduce it in the first part of the day, all right, the earlier part of the day, so that baby has enough time to digest through all the movement, the energy that the baby burns throughout the time, throughout the playtime, all right, rather than introduce high glucose food in the evening. Okay, Pei the elderly claiming that fresh fruits is cold for 6 months old, so I have only avocado and carrot as fresh food while using fruit puree from baby shop, but I am concerned of preservative. Your concern is absolutely right. If you have only avocado, okay. I think this is a big topic. Fresh fruit is cold. I don't think so. If you use fruit puree, right, how can you ensure that it is not from fresh? You know what I mean? Okay. So I don't think the claim. I do not support the claim. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is actually our last question, Patreena, because when we first started this Facebook Live, yeah, I've mentioned that only questions as asked up to 10:30 because we have to have a limit, right? Patreena have to go to sleep and she
Yes.
has to take care of her children as well. So the next question will be our last question because it came in at 10:30, so it'll be our last question. Patreena, over to you, this question.
Oh, hi, Ida. Oh, this is my best friend. Thank you, Gina, for picking her question. Hi, Pat. I just managed to be here. It's okay. My baby is going to be 6 weeks, 6 in a week time. She has been drooling each time I eat near her. This is so normal. So sometimes gave her some mashed banana. She took it well. Is it okay? 6 months old with all the weaning signs, then it's okay to serve. But anyway, she already taken it, right? But I hope you don't repeat it, okay, Ida. 6 months old with all the weaning signs, then only you consider talking to her pig to start solid food.
Um, any last word before we go?
Yes. I just want to tell parents that I have seen many lucky cases and unlucky cases. Unfortunately, it's always the lucky cases more than unlucky cases lah. But unfortunately, the unlucky cases I encounter more because lucky ones usually won't come to me. And I have a very heartbreaking personal experience with Christabel also. Unfortunately, she is just one unlucky case. She suffered from rectum prolapse due to prolonged constipation when she was 2 years, 9 months old. I thought we were doing the right thing, all right? She has shown many things that we should look into, but we took things for granted. We thought it was okay. Yeah, and this painful experience actually left Christabel with phobia eating, and left parents with very stressful experience, and we were so paranoid over everything about Christabel, right? We are so paranoid by the situation. So throughout my experience, I can actually say that no one should deserve to go through all this painful experience. Where a situation is actually preventable if we read more, if we know more, if we empower ourselves with more knowledge, right? So my message tonight to all parents watching the live is your baby have a lifetime to eat, right? So need not to rush into it. Slowly observe, go slow, steady, and just enjoy the process. Right? Just enjoy food. Food should be fun. Eating should be a one very good activity to do as a family. Yeah, that's all for me tonight. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, thank you very much, Patreena. I noticed after the last questions, right? There's actually a lot more questions. There's a lot more questions from a lot of people, which Patreena is unable to answer. Yeah, we have very limited time, and we want to thank you for being here with us today. We want to thank you for trusting us with your time and coming in here and asking your question. But unfortunately, it's not always possible to answer everybody, right? So Patreena will also be sharing her extensive knowledge on weaning and nutrition, and not only for babies but also for parents. Yeah, on her Facebook page, 100cc. Please go to her page and give her a like and give her a review as well. And we continue to share her information in the Nurturing Parents Workshop. The Nurturing Parents Workshop is divided into 4 sections, 4 speakers, 4 of us who are sharing our life experiences and our forte, our knowledge. Yeah, I'll be sharing more on baby's good behavior, on how to bring up baby in a happy environment, how to identify what's your baby's personality and your baby's love tank, and how to put all of this together to ensure that your baby grows up happy, healthy, and a good member or contributing member to society. Charmaine will be sharing on baby wearing, and definitely will be sharing on baby's growth patterns and sleep patterns and all the activities that you can actually do with your baby. And Patreena is actually sharing more on weaning. I know there's a lot of questions, there's a lot of things that she still have yet to share with you. Those of you who are at the right age, the babies with the right age, you keep asking, when is my baby can sit but cannot do this, can start solid or not? My baby can do this, cannot do that, can start solid or not? So it looks like there's still a lot of questions that needs to be answered. And I hope that you will join us in the Nurturing Parents Workshop. So again, thank you very much, Patreena. Time to go and hug your baby. Everybody just go back, hug your baby, all right? Thank you again, and God bless you. Bye-bye.
If you have enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe and share it with all your friends. If you would like to sponsor and support my work to help more families, you can do so through Patreon. My Patreon link is as listed in the description below. Thank you so much. Have a great day.